we found a Halloween store, Halloween alley we're gonna check out.
So this store was crazy busy right after we walked in and super loud, and every time I tried to record anything, one of the employees came over and just stared at me until I put my phone away. It was kind of weird.
Oh, I like that alligator. Oh, this is nice stuff. Oh, it actually got my leg. Yo, Jason goes to bed.
So I think the masks is maybe where Halloween Alley has the edge over Spirit, because they have the Trick or Treat Studios stuff, and there's some pretty awesome ones in here. But other than that, like, the prices are more than Spirit. A lot of the quality is pretty bad, and the store layouts, I've only been in a few because I don't really like this store that much, to be honest, but the store layouts are kind of crazy and not in a good way.
That? That's it. Maybe I should be Matt Hunter, Invasion USA style for Halloween.
That's pretty much all the cool stuff there was to look at. I love this bootleg Freddy glove though. Super 90s. Like, we're not going to get licensing. We'll just blur out Freddy. We'll leave you with a quick drive, and when we get back, we'll be at one of the highlights of our Halloween side of our trip. I was really looking forward to stopping at the Kamloops Spirit, because this one, when we lived in Kamloops in 2020, this was a thrift store, and it has the most insane layout, which you'll see in a minute. Like, I was really curious how they would do it, and they did it in the most interesting way. It's literally a maze, and they only used probably 60% of the building, because there's some big vehicle bays that used to have the thrift stuff in it as well. But the cool thing about this one is they had stuff that I haven't seen at Spirit for a couple years. And I know everybody's like, oh, they don't have anything new, blah blah, but I like seeing stuff that maybe I didn't see last year and then I can grab it this year. Like maybe I grabbed something that I wasn't able to snag last year. So you'll have to stay tuned for the road trip haul video. The other interesting thing about this location, well, we used to live 2 blocks from here when we lived in Kamloops, which would have been a bad thing if Spirit was open then. But the more interesting thing is this used to be, I can't recall the name, like Super Savers or something, like a general store. And the guy I know who collects in town, he's like a massive collector, but he's very private, so obviously I'm not going to mention him. Other than this, he told me when it was open, and he's been collecting since the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. When this store was open, it was the best place in Kamloops to get action figures. And Scratch the Cat from Ninja Turtles, which is like, I think the most, if not one of the most sought after vintage Ninja Turtle figures, was a straight up peg warmer in this store for literally a couple years at least, he said. This is that tombstone that I wanted to get. It's actually quite loud, but I didn't think it was going to be as expensive as it is, so definitely left that behind. I don't recall seeing the Tom Savini Leatherface in the Kelowna store, but maybe I just missed it. I didn't see all these vintage ones. They only had the Frankenstein, so it was rad to see the Wolfman and Witch and etc. We realized after we left that the employees, I like how the employees, some of them at least, dress up. I didn't notice, but after we left we realized it was a theme, some kind of ocean theme, because the kid at the register was dressed as a pirate and he was doing a full-on pirate accent, which was neither here nor there. And then the other employees were all dressed up in like shark onesies. I'm not trying to gatekeep Halloween, but I'm happy that anyone dresses up, but my least favorite thing is like the onesies that you wear as pajamas as a Halloween costume. I'm just saying. Had to check out the Deadpool and Joker stuff for the kids, see what kind of stuff they had for that. And then to the right here, you'll see like a beige wall right there. That used to be like I want to say 16-foot long wall of VHS tapes. It was probably one of my favorite spots to buy tapes back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean 5 years ago. We got to this store about 20 minutes before closing time, and the music was so loud, so you'll have to forgive the lack of volume on this video. But it was actually decently busy still, and they were cool with us being there until it closed, so I will commend them on that. Now this last part is out of order, but on one of our days of our vacation we went to the Davidson Orchard. It wasn't Halloween per se, but there was about 10 million pumpkins there. This one was pretty cool, and it was just a really cool place. We've been before, but it was like 10 years ago. It was a fun little stop. And I think we would have stayed longer had it not been pouring rain the whole time. Well, that's the end of our 8-hour trip to Spirit Halloween series. Actually ended up driving 10 hours because the one was 2 hours away, but it was on the way home, so I don't know if that counts. We actually drive 8 hours to go to Spirit Halloween? No, of course not. We drove 7.5 to 8 hours to go to a family Thanksgiving over the weekend, and there just happened to be a Spirit Halloween down the street from their house, so we got lucky and got to go. I'll leave you at that. There's going to be a store update video because I'm going to be changing some stuff in there. That'll come at some point before Halloween. I don't know, it's getting really busy now. I did finally find these, if you saw the video or the short. So I actually like this. I had it in the bottle already, so I actually think it's good, but I like soda. I have a sweet tooth. And then today when I was getting groceries, I found these. I didn't know this was a thing. That's kind of my thing. I like to collect cereal, but only if I find it in person and I don't know, I'm not actively looking for it. So I'll leave you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us on our road trip. So I'll leave you with that. I'm gonna go give my dentist something to worry about. Bye.